another episode of What's for Dinner. Tonight we're going to use up some of that tomato sauce that we made, and we're going to make eggplant melts for dinner. And I'm going to show you how we're going to start off that particular dish right now. What I've done so far is I have peeled 2 eggplant. And this is what the eggplant looks like before it's peeled. I didn't peel all 3 because I don't think I'm going to be using all 3. So basically, what I've also done is I have cleaned and sliced 2 portobello mushroom caps. And what I want to do to get this ball rolling is just slice these about a ½ inch thick. You can pan fry these or saute them in the olive oil. If you want to stand over the stove, you go right ahead and do that. But I'm going to kind of work all at once. While these are roasting in the oven, I'm going to be cooking off my chicken. And this is going to be an open-faced sandwich. I have this lovely ciabatta bread I'm going to split. So we're going to open it up, and we're going to have 2 bases. On this, we're going to put... Oh, and this is... I get this at Harris Teeter, and I was... lady asked me if I wanted it sliced, the lady at the little bakery kiosk. I said, no, I don't want it sliced. I'm gonna make an eggplant melt with it. And she's like, oh, what's that? So I told her, and she said, oh, that sounds good. So I gave her one of my cards, and I told her I had a YouTube channel. So Tara at Harris Teeter in New Bern, North Carolina, was very helpful and did this up for us today. But we're going to take this, split it, open it up, use that as a base. We're going to shingle portobello mushroom and roasted portobello mushroom and eggplant on there with some roasted red pepper. And we're going to put on some of the sauce that I made, and we're going to top it with mozzarella cheese and pop it under the broiler. We're going to cut it up, and we're going to call that dinner. Oh, we're going to put chicken on there too. Sorry. I am going to saute up some chicken. And we're going to put that on there. It's going to be delicious and easy and lovely. So, let's see. Moving on. Now what we want to do is the oil of your choice. This is a good quality olive oil. Alright, olive oil. And then we're going to sprinkle on some pink salt.
You tell him, Tally. She's the boss.
We're going to grind on some black pepper. And one thing I wanted to point out, the mushrooms and the eggplant are both like sponges, okay? So when you drizzle on your olive oil, it's going to soak right in. Do not feel compelled to put more oil on there. It's going to cook out as it begins to roast. And if you put on too much, you're going to end up with an oily, disgusting mess. So, sissy, you have no thumbs. You cannot help me. Okay, I'm going to sprinkle on some garlic powder. You can also choose to marinate these in a plastic bag or in a casserole dish in the refrigerator. If you do this ahead of time, you can do that, and then you can roast them off. You put some olive oil, some balsamic vinegar. You can put some fresh garlic and chopped up onion in there. And what I'm doing here is some balsamic vinegar. You don't want a whole lot, just a little. And that's going to soak in just like the oil did. But in the end, it's all going to be yummy because it's going to roast together.
It's going to melt.
It is. It's going to be beautiful. Okay, some oregano. Again, as I said when I did the sauce, you can use fresh. And this is not going to cooperate, so got to get my fingers in there. But like I said, I'm going to cook it, and this dry application is just fine.
There's some Italian would be too, right?
Italian seasoning would be great. I'm going to use basil also. Not a whole lot, just a little to your taste. The only other thing I think I'm going to grab is red pepper flake and sprinkle just a little bit of that around. I have my oven preheated at 350 degrees. I'm just going to pop these right on in there. Okay. Just like that. And I'm going to roast those for about 20 minutes. And then I'm going to bring you back and we're going to check on them. In the meantime, I'm going to saute off my chicken. And I'm just using chicken tenders. I'm going to heat up my pan. And I'm going to saute my chicken tenders like I did in my video for preparing them for salads. So you can refer to that if you want to see how I'm going to do that. And then when we're all ready to come back, I'll come back. Boy, that was a little redundant. That's okay. Okay. Now this is all of the eggplant. I just put it all in one tray. So don't freak out when you take your eggplant out. It's going to mush up because the eggplant is going to get soft. And that's okay because you're just going to put it on some bread and cover it up with some cheese. So it's really not a big deal.
You're going to hide it.
You are going to hide it. It's absolutely true. All right, so what I've also done is I sauteed off a couple of pounds of chicken tenders. These are organic chicken tenders. And they're delicious. Oh my goodness, I gave them a taste. And I have to share with you this brand. Got it all mashed up. This is organic smart chicken. Free range, no water added, raised without...
College educated?
Yeah, they have a little mortar board on it there. Smart chicken. Okay, so let me read you what the back says because I was really impressed with this. Okay, it says, Smart Chicken was founded in 1998 with a vision to produce a safe, natural, fresh poultry, distinctly a higher degree of fresh chicken. We introduced air-chilled technology to the United States, replacing the standard immersion absorption method of chilling poultry. In addition to minimizing the use of water during processing, air chilling allows us to guarantee that no water is ever added to our chicken, providing a more wholesome and satisfying dining experience. We believe it is important for you to know our chickens are raised and processed the right way from egg to shelf. Our chickens are fed only the finest grain produced in America's heartland, are never given antibiotics or hormones, and nor fed animal byproducts. We pioneered the utilization of controlled atmosphere stunning in the United States so that our birds are handled with care in every aspect of production, from our free-range farms to our production facility and beyond. We are certified organic and certified humane. Our combination of humane treatment, sustainable practices, and state-of-the-art facilities guarantee you a true premium product. I really like that. I like to know that the meat that I'm feeding my family has been humanely treated, because I feel it is incredibly necessary to keep your husband out of the shredded cheese. And to know that the meat that you're feeding your family has been killed and respected, or slaughtered, dispatched, whatever you want to say, in a respectful and kind manner. I mean, we cannot get around the fact that humans are meat eaters. We cannot get around the fact that we have to kill to eat meat. But I think that it is necessary for us to at least respect the animal and thank the animal for giving its life so that we can sustain ours. Okay, so I'll get off my soapbox now and I'll make this sandwich. So, all right. So what I want to do is, this is just a loaf of ciabatta, okay?
So you're going to make a sandwich for them too?
Well, we're going to make this and we're going to put it under the broiler and we're going to cut it up so we can eat. We'll fix a plate. How about that? Does that sound okay?
I got to share this.
You got to share it, babe. This is just another way to eat some eggplant, if you like eggplant. This is how I would prepare my eggplant if I were going to make caponata, if you're familiar with caponata. It's a lovely marinated eggplant dish. And you can leave the skin on. I don't mind the skin, actually. But sometimes when you cook it like this, it tends to get a little tough. And a lot of people will say, well, you have to salt eggplant before you cook it. You can salt eggplant before you cook it. You can marinate it before you cook it. I think it just all depends on how you want to do it that day. If you're going to bread this and pan fry it for eggplant parmigiana, then yes, you want to salt it, rinse it, pat it dry, and then do the whole breading station thing. Then you definitely want to make sure all the water is cooked out of it. And I'm just going to kind of disperse all this eggplant between these two pieces of bread. I got this loaf of ciabatta, I sliced it long ways and opened it up. All right, now let's put on some chicken. This looks positively lovely. And I have to tell you, I tasted this chicken and it is fantastic. I mean, it's just so tender and wonderful. Here, take this one. It's small.
I can do this, Mama. Oh, wow.
It's really good, isn't it? Just like that. Now, the only thing we have left is we have some of these portobello mushrooms. And I only had 2 packs. I probably should have bought 2 packages, but I didn't. So we'll just nest these in among the chicken. There we go. Hey, Sissy, you can't help me. You have no thumbs.
You say it's my dinner ready yet?
I was gonna put some roasted red pepper, but some people screwed their nose up at it, so. And that was
Not
Molly,
me.
not
Not
Rick.
me.
Not Rick.
So do one with it.
Do one with it? Alright, we can do that. Now I have slimy fingers and I have to open the jar. Okay, well that was easy enough. Alright. You could, if you had red peppers out of your garden, which I'm going to have later in the summer, but you could roast those along with your eggplant, and they'll be great. This up here. I think that looks great. All right. And here is some of our tomato sauce that we cooked earlier. And it's yellow tomato sauce. I still have the oven on. You can put the broiler, you can pop this under the broiler. It doesn't matter. There's a little piece of Parmesan rind. And mozzarella.
She wouldn't let me put bacon on it.
No, I wouldn't. All right, now try and get all that cheese up on there so it's not melting on the tray. Into the oven this goes. We're gonna let that cook for about 5 minutes until the cheese melts, and we'll be back and we'll fix you a plate. All right, our cheese is melted. Oh,
Look at that.
doesn't that look great?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now to cut these in half. Let's see, that ought to work. We're going to cut them in more than half, but get them started here. Might grab a knife and just cut through the bottom part. Let's see here. Make sure it's all the way through. It feels like it is. that cheese looks nice.
Interesting, it didn't stick to your other slicer, but it's sticking to this.
That's okay. There we go. It's coming. It's that. This particular side over here is what was the crusty top of the bread, so it's not wanting to cooperate with me. All right, let's see if I can get this one. Here we go. Let me grab my plate. Let's come over here. There you go. Eggplant melt, chicken and eggplant melt with roasted red pepper, portobello mushroom, mozzarella cheese, all on a crunchy ciabatta base. How easy was that? Really easy, and it uses the produce that we're coming and getting out of our garden at our farmer's market this time of year. A little bit of meat. That is going to feed us for more than one meal, folks. So really, that's 2 meals, and for very little money. So I hope you try this, and I hope you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya.